Yeah. Woo. Yeah. Whoa.
Flipping coins like I'm G-Crump. Now we're feeling like we Elon. Made 100x like 3 times. Making money while we sleep on. Flipping coins like I'm G-Crump. Now we're feeling like we Elon. Made 100x like 3 times. Making money while we sleep on.
King Betty, turn me up.
Making money flip every single day. And you know I'm staking every single way. Logic got my MetaMask locked away. 1% of day, you can jump away.
Let's go.
You already know what time it is.
Crypto in the morning.
Crypto in the morning.
Crypto in the morning.
Crypto
in the morning. Crypto in the morning. Crypto in the morning. Crypto in the morning. Crypto in the morning. Crypto in the morning. Smoking a blunt on my way to the gym. 11 a.m. and I'm already tuned in. Got me some hacks and I'm making a state. Got me some hedge and I'm making it rain. Pay me some maxi and that's just in case. Gymratcrypto sent me to show you the way.
Okay. Hold on a second. That was so good. Sam. Dude, our boy. Sorry, I had to bring it back like 5 or 10 minutes, guys. This is DeFi Proof. Live performance right now on his channel. Come on. What a good start to the absolute, like, me and Sam never get to talk at this hour. DeFi Proof. We're going to let it ride while we answer emails, guys. If you have any questions, just let us know. Sam, how you doing?
I'm fucking awesome. This is dope. Did you see CITM on there a second ago? Let's get
I'm working, Mom. I'm working. All right. Let me get back to work, okay? All right, guys. DeFi Proof, the greatest DeFi rapper in history. Concert. We'll chime in when it calms down a little. Let's get it.
All my money, now my ledger's emptied up. BNB, oh, YOLO. They be simple swapping so fast to Monero. And they be taking LPs. Don't click that link, cause your shit is all free. Fuck these devs and fuck these rugs. Taking all my money, now my ledger's emptied up. MetaMask going crazy. Nigga making money while I'm wavy. BNB swapping, getting lazy. And compounding is the way to go. MetaMask going crazy. Nigga making money while I'm wavy. BNB swapping, getting lazy. And compounding is the way to go. Fuck these devs and fuck these rugs. Taking all my money, now my ledger's emptied up. BNB, oh, YOLO. They be simple swapping so fast to Monero. And they be taking LPs. Don't click that link, cause your shit is all free. Fuck these devs and fuck these rugs. Taking all my money, now my ledger's emptied up. BNB, oh, YOLO. They be simple swapping so fast to Monero. And they be taking LPs. Don't click that link, cause your shit is all free.
I'm sorry. Give me 1 second, guys. That was my... Wait, no way. Maybe they're doing like... No way.
No.
Well, we're watching the whole thing again. No. I want to get us... Let's get us to 300 live viewers tonight. Let's get it weird.
It's timed out on the app too. So.
I wonder if it's over, but no worries, guys, because luckily me and Sam, we don't listen to music all that often like this. So I think 18 minutes wouldn't kill us to watch this whole thing over, and then I'll get any updates on my phone to see if maybe I'm just out of the loop, you know how it is. But again, the 20-minute concert, that's pretty cool too. So let's get it going, guys. DeFi Proof. He just did a live concert, Drip Network and more night event. I mean, come on, guys. DeFi Proof's the best of the best. I don't care what anyone says. Best in the rap game. I'll say it till I die. I don't care. DeFi Proof. How you have swag and talk about DeFi at the same time, Gymrat will never know. But that's not my job. That's DeFi Proof's job. Okay, I'm just listening and having a good time, guys. Smash the like. Tell everyone about DeFi Proof. He's really talented and he really puts in a lot of work. Really, frankly, he does. So let's get it.
Cool intro.
Damn, GK, is that you?
I got no cash on me, got my ledger on me. I had XRP, switched to BNB. Fuck the SEC, paid my life with E. Stacking BUSD, DeFi's all I need. I got no cash on me, got my ledger on me. I had XRP, switched to BNB. Fuck the SEC, paid my life with E. Stacking BUSD, DeFi's all I need. Got AFP, yeah, ready to go. Stinking, making piglets, watch my truffles grow. Compounding my drops in the reservoir. AFD the dog, I'm all up to score. Simple swapping bread to my MetaMask. Using BSC cause it follow gas. Throwing all this drip while I'm rolling grab. And the transaction going hella fast. Got AFP, yeah, ready to go. Woo!
Make sure you use my buddy list. I'm gonna leave it down below if you're new to drip. This is the drip party. Let's go. Woo!
Hey, run that shit up, Chase.
We got the drip. We buying gifts. Step here about to rip. Beard on my bitch. We got the drip. We buying gifts. Step here about to rip. Jacob Savage making flip. Jacob Savage making flip. Got a bag of stable coins just to buy the dip. And my money acrobatic, it can make a flip. Wanna open sea and 50 E for a blue drip. Drip, drip, I'll make it drip. Getting all these plants and with the compound I won't skip. Drip, drip, I'll make it drip. Making all this money in DeFi and I got the script. Follow Jacob to the moon. And I got my stampede and my elephant too. Follow Jacob to the moon, and I got my stampede and my elephant too. We got the drip. We buying dips. Step here about to rip. Beard on my bitch. We got the drip. We buying dips. Step here about to rip. Jacob Savage making flip.
Let's go. Jacob Savage making flips. Let's go. Shout out to the R2R. Shout out to Bartertown. Shout out to Thomas G. Let's go. Woo! Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Woo!
Got a lot of pigs in the pineapple like 3 times. Got a lot of drugs in the faucet, it's a storm.
Got a lot of pigs in the pen, I own like 3 times. Got a lot of dogs in the farm, I press that rewind. Got a lot of drip in the faucet, it's a pre-time. Stacking BNB, getting drops in the meantime. Got a lot of pigs in the pen, I own like 3 times. Got a lot of dogs in the farm, I press that rewind. Got a lot of drip in the faucet, it's a pre-time. Stacking BNB, getting drops in the meantime. Stacking up my garden, I'm making deposit, get it from my farming, yeah. Got a couple bricks, gotta build this team, everybody eat, yeah. 3%, 1%, compound that. 3%, 1%, compound that. Got a lot of pigs in the pen, I own like 3 times. Got a lot of dogs in the farm, I press that rewind. Got a lot of drip in the faucet, it's a pre-time. Checking BNB, getting drops in the meantime. Got a lot of pigs in the pen, I own like 3 times. Got a lot of dogs in the farm, I press that rewind. Got a lot of drip in the faucet, it's a pre-time. Checking BNB, getting drops in the meantime.
Pineapple like 3 times. Got a lot of drugs in the faucet,
Let's go, let's go, let's go. It's a great night. Let's keep it pushing. Let's go. Woo!
Damn, GK, is that you?
Yeah, it's all for my ladies out there.
To all the ladies in the faucet, diamonds on my neck, we flossing, compound into bodies person, and you know we put that work in, to all the ladies in the faucet, diamonds on my neck, we flossing, compound into bodies person, and you know we put that work in, shaking on her cake while she's forming cake. And she thinks she's bougie when she walk away. Making all this money, 1% a day. Lady of the faucet, yeah, she's made to slay. Make it rain. Making all these drops, I play 2K. Look at all these folks, I stay away. Lady, make it to the moon, we fly away. Make it rain. Making all these drops, I play 2K. Look at all these folks, I stay away. Lady, make it to the moon, we fly away.
Let's keep this going. games out there too. Let's get it. Woo! Let's get it.
I know that you've been looking for these better days. I'm always on the web searching for the way. And you know I'm always trading. But your love I'll never trade away. And I promise I'ma make it with this crypto. Take you all these places that you've never been. I'ma take you out the hood with this crypto. Living in the blockchain, yeah, we always win. And I promise I'ma make it with this crypto. Take you all these places that you've never been. I'ma take you out the hood with this crypto. Living in the blockchain, yeah, we always win. Gotta pay this rent with this BNB. Gotta get some clothes, weed, some XRP. She got a hold on me like SEC. She wanna merge on me like I was here. Doing the block and I'm wailing up. Taking these coins and I'm staking up. Making these orders, they feeling up. Telling my jeweler to fill it up. Tell me your wallet, I'll drip it up. Put in your job and we live it up. For these better days.
Go, let's go, let's go. For the ladies. Woo!
Used to be in the block with my dogs, yeah, just stuck in these pigs. I'm in the farm, farming dog, yeah, I'm making these pigs. They buying drip, I'm buying drip, but it's not the same drip. They talking rich, I'm talking rich, but it's not the same rich. Used to be in the block with my dogs, yeah, just stuck in these pigs. I'm in the farm, farming dog, yeah, I'm making these pigs. They buying drip, I'm buying drip, but it's not the same drip. They talking rich, I'm talking rich, but it's not the same rich. I just checked my pulse. No, I'm not no doctor. I got 15 notes. Just like Jacob said, yeah, my seeds gon' grow. Feel like Stunner Breezy. I just sold my soul. Feel like crypto talk. Meta magic bro. Yeah, I got the sauce. From the heart to heart. Feel like Defi goes. This a push to start. Listen to myself. Cause I'm off the charts. Used to be in the block with my dogs. Yeah, just stuck in these things.
Yes, sir. How it goes, man, how I'm making bread. Yeah. Woo! Yeah. Whoa.
Flipping coins like I'm G-Crom. I'm feeling like we eat up. Made 100x like 3 times. Making money while we sleep on. Flipping coins like I'm G-Crom. I'm feeling like we eat on. Made 100x like 3 times. Making money while we sleep on.
Turn me up.
Making money flip every single day. And you know I'm staking every single way. Logic got my MetaMask locked away.
Let's go.
You know what time it is.
Crypto in the morning.
Crypto in the morning.
Crypto in the morning.
We no phone.
Crypto in the morning. Crypto in the morning. Crypto in the morning.
Crypto in the morning.
Crypto in the morning.
We no phone.
Crypto in the morning. Crypto in the
All right, I think we should just like pay. You know, me and Sam are DeFi talkers for the most part, not necessarily hip hop guys. But guess what? That's our show they're talking about, and we love DeFi proof. So biceps in the chat for DeFi proof. Let's run it back. Come on, guys. It's just too good to be true.
Get it.
Flipping coins. Made 100.
Turn me up.
Making money flip. Logic got my
Let's go.
You know what time it is.
crypto in the morning.
Morning.
Crypto in the morning.
We no phone.
Crypto in the morning. 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 Smoking a blunt on my way to the gym. 11 a.m. and I'm already tuned in. Got me some hex and I'm making a stake. Got me some heads and I'm making it rain. Pay me some maxi and that's just in case. Gymratcrypto sent me to show you the way.
Young folks. Tripping
Let's
them.
go. Let's go. Keep it pushing. Woo! Yeah.
By my heads from the fucking start. Point one every day we mark. By my heads from the fucking start. Sacrificing all this bread like I'm Richard Hart. Got paid on big payday and I had a hit restart. Now I'm checking on my pulse just to check my heart. By my hex from the fucking start. Sacrificing all this bread like I'm Richard Hart. Got paid on big payday and I had a hit restart. Now I'm checking on my pulse just to check my heart. Checking my MetaMask moving. Look at the hex here's moving. Looking at why they be choosing. Peter is why they be losing. Whole chains out and get me a check. ETH gas up and got me a mess. Remember the times they died collect. Hex got me eating, I'm dying in the best. Getting this back like a year ago. Getting this push, I ain't letting go. Swerving the ring like a Lambo. Getting this back like a year ago. Getting this push, I ain't letting go. Swerving the ring like a Lambo. By my hex from the fucking start. Sacrificing all this bread like I'm Richard Hart. Got paid on big payday and I had a hit restart. Now I'm checking on my pulse just to check my heart. By my hex from the fucking start. Sacrificing all this bread like I'm Richard Hart. Got paid on big payday and I had a hit restart. Now I'm checking on my pulse just to check my heart.
Let's go, let's go. Yeah.
Just look at the chart, look at the grand, farming like I'm still a breezy. Get it from the start, ain't worried about rugs, 25 drip for the freebie. Just look at the chart, look at the grand, farming like I'm still a breezy. Get it from the start, ain't worried about rugs, 25 drip when you see me, 25 drip when you see me. Had to make the payment BNB. Then I got the drop for the NFT. Crypto in a circle, the winning team. Digital prep, MetaMask in my pocket. Look at the drip taking off like a rocket. Look at my wallet, it's going to the comments. Looking at them like I was a we topping. I was down bad, now I got drip. Now I'm getting this paper legit. Got me on Polygon, bought me some quick. 300K from me, proof, get it quick. I was down bad, now I got drip. Now I'm getting this paper legit. Got me on Polygon, bought me some quick. 100K from me, got it, I'm going lit. Just look at the chart, look at the grand. Farming like I'm still a breezy. Get it from the start, ain't worried about rugs. 25 drip for the freebie. Just look at the chart, look at the grand. Farming like I'm still a breezy. Get it from the start, ain't worried about rugs. 25 drip, you can see me.
Let's go, let's go. Let's go. Yeah.
Man, I hate all these words. Everybody making forks, it's still fun. And I got it out the mud. Check the ether scan, no transaction got stuck. BNB, oh YOLO. They be simple swapping so fast to Monero. And they be taking out beats. Don't click the link, cause your shit is all free. Fuck these devs and fuck these rugs. Taking all my money, now my ledger's emptied up. BNB, oh YOLO. They be simple swapping so fast to Monero. And they be taking out beats. Don't click the link, cause your shit is all free. Fuck these devs and fuck these rugs. Taking all my money, now my ledger's emptied up. MetaMask going crazy. Nigga making money while I'm wavy. BNB swapping, getting lazy. And compounding is the way to go. MetaMask going crazy. Nigga making money while I'm wavy. BNB swapping, getting lazy. And compounding is the way to go. Fuck these devs and fuck these rugs. Taking all my money, now my ledger's emptied up. BNB, oh YOLO. They be simple swapping so fast to Monero. And they be taking out beats. Don't click the link, cause your shit is all free. Fuck these devs and fuck these rugs. Taking all my money, now my ledger's emptied up. BNB, oh YOLO. They be simple swapping so fast to Monero. And they be taking out beats. Don't click that link, cause your shit is all free.
Guys, that was pretty lit. That was frankly pretty lit. Where'd Sam go? Who knows? It's your boy GRC. Hey, one's in the chat. Do you guys want us to stay on and talk crypto? We kind of just wanted to support DeFi proof, but me and Sam were we had a meeting anyway, so now we're both sitting here and we're like, hey, what's going on here? So let's talk crypto potentially. Let's see what Sam thinks. Let's think for 1 second. You guys want me to pull up Deck Screener? Do you want Sam's opinion on anything? Do you guys have questions in the chat? Oh my God, Sam, what is going on?
Put my Clark Kent glasses on here.
Is your mic on?
My mic is on. Let me hold on. Let me. Is that better? Can you hear? Can you hear? There we go. There's a lot of reflection if I move my head around. What's up, guys? How you doing? Come on, heavy hitter fam, Streets, Christian, Colin.
I'm asking them if they want us to talk crypto, and we've been talking crypto for the last hour or so, and frankly, I'm not afraid to talk a little crypto.
Yeah, what have you been paying attention to, dude?
Let's talk about the art of liquidity providing. Well, I think there's some good examples of that for free, may I add, on HexF and Hex Fair. I mean, Hex Fair and Hex Pal. If you have free coins over there, why don't you scoop them up, bring a little bit of ETH over, which you probably have over there, put it into the LP pool, and then see those gains and see what kind of gains those are and see if you put real money into that over in HexF or HexW or whatever on a small scale because it's free. That's what me and Sam have kind of been looking at playing with, not as much the free coin side because, but we've been playing over there for sure. We're playing, we're thinking about it. It's cool. It doesn't stop, it's immutable and it's interesting. And in a bear market, Sam, these low risk assets at the bottom, how bad can you screw up?
There was several of them that were right at the bottom. I think we were looking at some Hex that was right at the bottom since launch.
Yeah, we see these HexF and Hex. Hold on 1 second. Let me share this. So we see HexF, we see Hedron F, we see ETHW, we see all of these ETH, Hex, Hedron on these chains. And guys, I've been paying attention to this since the day it came out. So frankly, I don't give a shit. I really have. And that's not that big a deal since it's only been a few weeks. So let's look at PAL first. If we go right away on PAL, you see a couple of things.
Can you make this black by any chance? I think it might be easy for people to see. Dark mode.
How do you do that? Oh, here we are.
There we go. Way better.
Let me zoom in just a hair. So when you click on ETHPAL, it brings you to all dexes. What do we see? A bunch of bull crap. Oh, wait. VVZen. Very interesting. Why don't we click on that first? And we'll just, look at all the buy action, Sam. Little buys, but it's interesting to watch. You'll see this liquidity, Sam, slowly rising.
In the pool.
Yes, because it's not a lot of money people are transacting with. You kind of have to make a decision if you want to provide liquidity. You don't know when the floor is, so it's generally people that don't care about the floor, really. Because it's so negligible as far as US dollar and future speculation that you can do a lot with a little, and there's not that much in the pool anyway. But it's all about future speculation, waiting in time. And I see this at some point, wherever the floor is, it doesn't matter. At some point, it's going to floor out. And the guy who bought $1 trillion of it is going to be happy. And the guy who bought 0 or minted 0 is going to be unhappy, period. End of story. Don't care what you say. All right, we're over that. I'm trying to tell people, warn them about the dangers of being closed-minded.
Yes, correct. And these things are so low liquidity right now.
Very, very low. Imagine if you empty that pool for 4.6 grand. And then it ends up being $480 million that you did in 2 years. it's like, don't make mistake like that, please. You want mistake like you make that money. And you sell it into a pool that's probably healthy, and nobody would care if you sold it. So it's a very interesting concept, Zen. We'll probably go into that more. I had Jack on earlier.
Oh, you did?
I forgot about that.
How did that go?
Good. We just talked, I wanted to talk to him about, it's going good, man. It's going really good. As good as I could imagine at least, but everyone has their own, you see LUSD stablecoin up here, Sam, number 2 on V2, LUSD stablecoin. Interesting. And then let's click on Hex here. So what do we got? We got Hex. Let's zoom out first. Godwick here on ETH Somebody did a Godwick. Somebody wanted a little piece of the action and said, I'm too late. So what does that mean, Sam? That means I'm a little too lazy and a little too rich to care about slippage. But I want a big position and I want to go take a crap. So I'm going to go, that's literally what that is. Like it is. So like, you got to imagine, like if somebody was worried about US dollar and they understood this system, they wouldn't Godwick that. They would just, but they're probably not worried. They probably think long-term, maybe it'll work out, and they just don't really care. So you see that gets sold by people that are super aggressively like trying to make money at the moment on a very, very low liquidity asset, which is kind of silly. Like if you're trying to make US dollar really quick off of an asset like that, you're probably not playing it right. It's like a long-term thing.
Yeah.
We're using these products because we think they're at least trending upward.
Correct. And we do believe that there's going to be more in these. I don't know. I think the ETH, I want to see more transaction volume in ETH. We see transaction volume in Hedron and Hex, but I'd like to see that trend upwards versus
I see it
W.
going upwards personally. Like I do see the trend upward that I kind of would like to see. When
I've been tracking the numbers, I haven't seen it.
But let's look right now. In the last 6 hours. Let's do the last 6 hours. Let's go to token. Let's just do Hex for now. So Hex, how many transactions? 38, and then we'll go 70, like 100 transactions. That's like 100 roughly. And we'll just count the 100, all right? Because everything else, I don't want to look at the pairs. Mm-hmm. So it looks like between the legitimate pairs, there's roughly 100. And then if we go to POW, we hit token. Well, we go Uniswap. We hit token and go down to Hex. You're not going to see that much of a difference. 67 plus 45 plus 43.
Check UniW, the second one, right after Uniswap. They have 10,000 transactions.
That's true.
Now go to token and see if
I forgot about that.
I don't know what it is, but let's just see. Nothing. It's not on there at all.
No, there's no Hex on any of those, but there is Hex on
POW.
Yeah, I forgot about that. I didn't think about that.
Nothing.
No liquidity now. There's nothing. See, It's only sticking to Uni because it's all hype. Everything else is just like hyping it up. But if you go to all dexes and you look at Hex on the token thing, it will show you every pair. So every pair here, and they're all on Uni basically.
Yeah.
This one is on POW, but the liquidity is 3.1 thousand. That's not bad. Hex W.
Well, I think that we probably could make a better argument for Hex because not many people know how to actually get onto ETH or ETHW, right? Like, and how to trade those. So, like, we were talking about this earlier. The front end for Uniswap is not well known for W or F in terms of Uniswap or in terms of Ethereum on both of those.
Oh yeah, we got to talk about that. So, like, if you guys in the chat are messing with this stuff, do you guys, one's in the chat if you know the front ends for these off the top of your head if you were at your computer, two's in the chat if you have no clue.
That's for Uniswap on F and Uniswap on W.
Yeah.
Do you know how
you guys know the front ends for those, or is that like completely not known by you? Like, because I know them pretty well, but I forget that other people don't know them. So because again, like once Uniswap, Hedron front end, not really super, probably no one knows about it. But I think there might be another front end, right, as well?
The front end.
Or is there another front end on Fair? There's two on one of them.
There's two on Fair. One of them is Well, let's see what people are saying. What are people saying about this? And we can give them both all the information. Most people see this is what I was saying. Nobody knows where it is. It looks like Brian, Christian, Evil, Hex Squid knows what it is, and Gonzo knows what it is. Digital doesn't know what it is, and somebody else doesn't know what it is.
I forgot about that. You kind of alluded that. You were the one who told me that, or was it Bullish? It was you.
Earlier, yeah. But look at more people.
It was you. We need more people to understand that front end. We should probably do an episode on it.
Yeah.
So we'll just do an episode on it. Maybe we'll talk about that tomorrow. We're doing a normal show tomorrow, so we'll show people, and we'll advertise it appropriately, and we'll show people like these front ends, and we'll kind of advertise it because they're a little secluded because no one really gives a shit. Like, but again, I give a shit. I pay.
Let's share it because some of these people are not going to make it in the morning. So
I'll share that. I'll share. I got the fair one here.
Okay, I'll put in the W one. So we're going to share this in the chat here.
That's the etherfair.org one for swap.
And I'm putting in W right now.
And these are the V3 front ends, guys. So like these are the only front ends that I use for it personally, other than like playing around, I guess.
And then this is uniswap.hedron.pro is the front end for Uniswap V3 on W. So those are the two front ends that are available for V3, right? Because V2 is like the sushi swap that we have up here on the screen, the second one. And you can see that there's no liquidity there. But if you go to POW and go to the UniW one. So if you guys look, the UniW has 10,000 transactions, or let's see, we'll go to 24 hour and see what this is. 10,000 transactions over the last 24 hours up there at the top. And Uniswap, now go to the Uniswap tab. Uniswap has 2,000 transactions.
But let's look at, and that's $2.4 million. I'm a little confused about this is the volume again, Sam. This is something. It's like it's fake volume from these S coins that get pumped, and they have enough liquidity to kind of change these numbers around a little bit. So, but if you look at the liquidity, let's look at it. UniW has 1 million, just about the same as Hex on ETH. Think about
Yeah.
Think about that. You know.
Yeah, they collected a lot of that.
So there's a lot of liquidity, but the price really hasn't changed much.
But I think that it's going to migrate to V3 once people learn where V3 is, right? Because people don't know how to get to V3.
Well, yeah. Well, people don't know about V3 or any of that shit. Like people don't know any of that shit. So like we need to keep teaching people about V3 and the proper front end to use if you're really trying to be, in my opinion, like super efficient and effective and like a little bit more detail oriented with it. But some people aren't trying to do that. So like everything else is a little bit more like leave it and let it go. And Uniswap's a little bit more like more features, better ROI probably, and more easier to, you don't have to have an LP token. You just you earn the coins that you like by providing them in the pool, and that's way better. And you can pull them whenever you want. You can pull 25, 50, 75, 100%, which is incredibly useful, Sam, I'm telling you. Mm-hmm. When you, instead of doing the LP pool, taking out a quarter of the LP token, taking it out of the exchange, putting it back in the liquidity pool, and then pulling the liquidity, it's like, that's annoying. I don't like doing that. And I don't like earning some random ass coin. I don't care about that coin. So I want to earn the coins that I like more. So that's why it's very important.
Nobody knows the UniW for ETHW. Yeah, I don't use that. I don't, because it's not very good.
Someone does. I'll tell you what, there's a community out there that certainly does. 1,200 transactions in the last 24 hours on UniW. Someone's paying attention. Could be a VC. Could be propped up. And it feels propped up. Like LFG feels propped up to me too. Like fake, not fake liquidity, but again, somebody with $1 million is holding it down for the squad. That ain't $1 million of new people. But that's $1 million that gets regurgitated. They look at Deck Screener too, and some of them will watch my show, and some of them will say, well, let me get out of this LFG swap And let me go over to Uniswap since I can do the same thing and I don't have to have some dumb shit token.
What is liquidity on Uniswap here? If you go sort liquidity on the side,
64K. This is like more natural. I always try to tell people like Uniswap is like the more natural, mature way that you would want it to go. And then like you click everywhere else and you're just confused as fuck. Like this is 2 weeks old, Sam, like 64,000, 48,000. That sounds right. That sounds like, that sounds like a cumulative value. And then when you look over here, it's like, who's accumulating 400? Nobody made $476,000 on that. That is a user. Nobody, nobody's putting that money in. Maybe down here a little bit more. There's like $1 million USDC. Like there's a lot of money running through here, dude. There's some people with some money planking their shit in here and letting it. And that's important to note, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
Like there's a lot of like big money. Like, so like, don't forget about that. That shit migrates over time, over time. It doesn't happen all at one time. A lot of those users are smarter than others. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm curious to see how this fucking plays out. Because I don't know which
fair. What do we got? What do we got on fair? So we're about at price parity on both chains, Sam. Like it's kind of back and forth between those points. Don't really look at the chart to see like, oh, what's going on, because it's all so new. Pretty much look at that number and then look at that liquidity. And then you want to jump over to the other side, do the same thing. So you jump over to Hex, Uni, V3, and then you just look at the liquidity, 64,000. And then you look at, what was the other metric I was looking at? Oh, yeah, the number. So like 3709. So they're trying to find a floor together at some point. Like, you know what I mean?
So what is it? 37 here? 3709. What is it on fair?
350 something.
Okay.
So
they are close.
But the liquidity, one more time, we'll pop back over. And we're just looking at V3 right now. So that's the primary pair.
Yep, that is the primary.
9.6 thousand in liquidity. So like, again, new things, finding a spot where like the guys that actually care about it can kind of come to an agreement. You might not find that by looking exactly at the chart, but if you've been looking at this like I have since the inception, and I was trading on it the first couple of traders, you'll know like exactly what's going on. Kind of like it can only go so low, and if it props out, like none of us spent it very much money, frankly, on any of it, so it doesn't matter. But like that kind of keeps the floor in, because at some point like you need US dollar, and you know how I said, Sam, like Uniswap is more mature of a pool. Same way on the downside. Like it's not going to rug you. Like the other things will go from $1 million to zero overnight. Yeah. And these things will go from like, 64,000 to like 30,000. And you're like, oh, that was a big hit. But again, the other people aren't even paying attention.
Yeah.
So you see how you need a little maturity, like when you're trading, or it just won't make enough sense to even get in.
And it's a far more efficient market too, because it allows the market to actually be itself. Where if you think about how an efficient market operates, the liquidity wants to concentrate where the price is, right? It just makes sense. If you look at any market, go to like a fucking, what are they called? Farmer's market, right? The price for bananas across all the places that sell bananas is probably going to be pretty similar, right? Because they're all going to be right around the market price. That's what happens normally. On V2, it's artificially held different. Some of the people are selling shit at 0.001 cent for bananas, and other people are selling it for $3, right? And that's what V2 is. V2 is garbage compared to V3. So like V3 is way more
garbage, bro. It's fucking garbage, really. Like it is garbage. Like once you have the V3 experience, you ain't doing that unless it's the only option for that coin.
Yeah.
And sometimes it is the only option for the coin. Like for Zen, for example, on ETHPal, like I'm providing liquidity over there, and it's the only option I got. I mean, I could do it on V3, but it's just not stable enough for me. Like I don't want to be the guy who's like figuring out the price floor. That's a lot of work. As you see this Godwick down yesterday, I was all over this Godwick. So like when I saw this Godwick yesterday, I was like, hold my beer, and I was buying all that. And then I just chilled for the rest of the day. I could have sold it over here. I didn't. I don't care. And then I was actually, I like how low this is. I like how the floor. So again, I always talk about the floor. Like I like when things are close to the floor, added liquidity. Somebody will make a move on it, but rarely would someone try to crush this because it's really hard to do, frankly, and it's just no profit. It's like
Because it's
for the
so
people
low
that would
already.
want to crush it and had enough money to crush it, it's just like, all right, they're just going to buy this shit back up with 10 grand and then I emptied my whole position. So
Yeah.
nice. If they want to crush it, they should crush it up here where it's probably more natural and they'll just wait for that.
How does Hedron look?
Unfair.
Yeah. And then let's look at is that V3?
This pair has very low liquidity, guys. Ooh, it's getting tasty. I love that. 1.6 in liquidity, guys. That's lit. I love that. This thing's ready, spring loaded, ready to pop.
It's also close to the bottom too.
Yep, very close to the bottom. It's at low risk in my opinion, but I'm not like a financial advisor, but just low risk as far as like you wouldn't buy or sell a lot of money in here, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But again, these are a lot of the tricks that like people that are super efficient at this stuff wouldn't tell you. And maybe I wouldn't if I was slanging millions of dollars around, but that ain't the case right now. So you get the luxury of understanding my studying and while I'm studying. And then in the future, I'll snake all of you and steal all your money.
If you think fair and I think W will still be here during a bull market, but fair just has so few transactions. I think it'll still be there, but I don't know if during a bull market these are going to run up, even if it's just not anything crazy, or it's going to be like, say if there's a 10x on 2.0, maybe there's, a 7x over here or something. I don't know. What are your thoughts on that? Do you think these are going to run once Hedron and Hex start to run on 2.0? You're muted.
Say the question one more time for me. I want to answer it properly. I missed it.
Do you think that F and W, Hedron and Hex, are going to run similar to 2.0 Hex and Hedron?
Similar to, I mean, I'm under the impression that everything's going to be kind of bound together once it finds a floor, but not price wise, just like wherever it finds its floor. A lot of it has to do with gas fees. A lot of it has to do with understanding. Like in the future, you'd like to think like all these chains would be more popular, but I don't know which one's really going to be more popular. I'm hedging towards ETH pound, no, but that I don't know. I just don't know. They have more money, but they have more lack of effort. And lack of effort in crypto is deadly because other people are not lacking effort. And you don't need to do too much if you have the effort part. You know what I mean?
Why do you think people are going for W versus F? That was def hands.
Because it's more marketed. Like they have more money and they're spilling more information on the internet, which is good and beneficial. But I think the other guys are doing the long game. Like, let's see if this thing can actually be healthy enough to stay alive long term. And it's cheap as dirt over on ETH. So, and the token valuation is just really tasty, like tasty on the upside, especially in a bull market. I can't imagine, brother. Like, dude, I cannot imagine what these things are going to do in the bull market if they're still around, like, and still used. And I think they will. Like, they're hosted on the internet unless something happens that's dramatic. I don't know what would happen, but all I see is upwards pressure. Like, and because everyone's low right now, no one's paying attention. Like, and these things are still, like, you could still have caught this thing at like a freaking 100x, like in a dead bear market, and just like the upward potential of stuff like this, especially as you see it's healthy enough to like hold some sort of something. And again, this is all very low liquidity, brand new shit, like 2 weeks old. And this is not where you should be parking your money for long. Like, this is speculative buying. If you're a big shot and you have money and you want to do whatever you want, do whatever you want. But like, if you're struggling for cash and this is like your last shot, God damn it, this is not what you should be playing with. Like,
do you think that there's going to be anybody in the auctions? I don't know if there's going to be anybody in the auctions on F.
I don't know if
for
it's able
Hex.
to work yet. I don't know if it works.
It is.
Yet. Oh, really?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Icosa.
Let's see if
Yeah.
Icosa has any liquidity.
Because Icosa supports both front ends or both chains, right?
I don't know. That's what I don't get. They do, but
check.
like I
Let
don't
me
know
check.
if he's gotten around to it yet. You know, like
Let's
how
see.
much. I don't know how much work this man can do in such a short time. Like, but I don't see it here on the top. Let's go to liquidity.
My sister. Yeah, it works. Like I have.
Oh, good.
I'm connected to app.icosa.pro with my wallet.
Yeah, they definitely work on app. Is that where they run the auctions? Yeah, I guess they do.
I don't know. That's a good question.
Yeah, see, I'm not certain on that.
I think
I heard some people
it's
asking
Hedron.
that same question that you're asking. So like I'm kind of don't want to say anything for sure.
It's probably Hedron.pro where the auctions are going to be. But I honestly don't think there's going to be like anybody participating in ETH auctions. There's going to be auctions there to buy, but so let's think about that, because I don't think anybody other than the 60 people watching are going to actually pay attention to, and most of the people who are watching are not going to actually do anything with the auctions. But if we bought, just hypothetically, because we have enough Hedron, we could buy all of the HSIs on F, right? We could literally buy all of those, but I don't think that's going to help us.
I just want people to know one thing: like the amount of these products that is out in supply is the same on all chains, and if there is any upside to this long term, you're really just buying things that are super cheap. Like that's all it is. Like if you think, hey, like we all know how things work. Like if these remain hosted and safe, like not 51, like a few $100 will go a long way. That's all I'm saying. I'm not gonna.
What do you think about the 51% attack? Because that's what comes into my mind too.
Well, it's not happening on ETH because they have money up their asshole,
and they have more hash. I think they have more hash than W does. I'm sorry, W has more hash than ETH. And it's always going to be the lower chain that gets attacked, right? So that would be classic, and then F, and then W.
We're going to talk about a lot of these points tomorrow. We have a lot of things to bring up tomorrow. I'm going to have a good show for us. We're going to talk about Hex. We're going to check the charts tomorrow, kind of look at Hex on all chains, Hedron on all chains. We have BNBP launch tomorrow. Insane. Going to be insane. There's like 10 streamers. We're giving away thousands of dollars. I'm not certain about the specifics. I'll play this really quick for everyone so you can read it. This is Producer Bullish. I just work here, guys. Let's get it. I'm excited about BNBP. It's stacked my portfolio.
$25 right now almost.
Dude, it's padded my shit so hot and heavy just because remember I called you and I was like, dude, shit's about to launch.
Yeah. You were like, yo.
And I was like, it was $5 token. So everyone's kind of like, I did the same thing. And I was like, fuck it. Brand new.
Yeah.
God mode, tokenomics, fuck it. And then everything worked out beautifully. Because I kind of thought Jacob was very impressive. But let's play this real quick. Fantastic. Best bear market ever. Not that I didn't really spend much time in the bear market before because there really wasn't. I got in 2019, $3,400 Bitcoin, but that wasn't really even a bear market, Sam. It was just like a COVID wick, God wick for like a week. And then it bounced back up and now we're at the elongated bear market. But anyway, guys, we showed you everything. Let's go to BNBP real quick just to show off.
All right, let's go to BNBP. 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 Let's go to BNBP Yes.
Up 7 on the day, Sam.
Bro, I was just looking at it. It's almost $25 a share right now.
Jesus, Lord have mercy on my soul. And guys, there's only 63 in here, so I can say some uncomfortable truths here. But we're talking about, let's look at the liquidity, Sam. We're talking half, in 16 days, it has half the liquidity of Hex.
Wow.
I'm just work here, Sam. On one. Now this is hosted on one kind of trading pool, and Hex has many trading pools. So there's millions of dollars, probably more. But like within the major trading pool, already this is showing some stability, and that's why I pointed out on Twitter. I was like, "There's 400,000." This was a couple of days ago. So there's $400,000 of liquidity in here. Are you serious? You're not taking this seriously? Nobody knows the numbers, Sam. Nobody looks. And that's what is going to be my claim to fame. Like in the future, I'm going to be the guy who looked at the numbers. And I'm going to be the guy who paid attention. I didn't draw no stupid fucking triangles either. Shit's so stupid. The triangles piss me off, man. Like if I see someone going for a triangle, I'm going for a right hook at their face. And I just can't help it. Like because it's brainwashed. It's trying to manipulate people to think you are something that you are not, instead of looking at the numbers and showing them why and how you know it.
Yeah.
And I don't like it. It's crazy. So, Sam, any final points before we go?
No, actually, this is perfect. I appreciate you guys. You should tune in tomorrow morning, 11 a.m. EST. We got some good stuff to cover tomorrow morning. I'm sure we're going to cover BNB.
What's the major things we need to cover for tomorrow? So I know, like we were just talking about a couple of the HSI auctions, BNBP,
Hedron, and Hex across all chains.
Yes. And we want to talk to Alex. We want to talk to Jack. We want to talk to guys. I'm telling you, Zen Crypto. I don't give a shit what anyone says. I'm telling you, as far as very low valuation speculation, which is what I like, I hate spending a lot of money to have to get a position early on. It's not right. It's not fair. I want to ease in. This is the perfect product for me. Long-term gratification forever, guys. I love waiting. I could wait over everyone. It makes me so happy. Sam, I'll see you tomorrow. We're going to be talking about I'm going to get a good, Sam, I need you up, and Adam, I want you to get some advertising tomorrow. I'm going to do the same.
I got a call with somebody in India Bangladesh tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. I'm going to be up way before that.
Not acceptable. All right, guys, have an amazing day. Crypto in the Morning live every single day at 11 a.m. Eastern. We will see you later.
You already know what time it is.
Crypto in the morning.
Crypto in the morning.
Crypto in the morning.
Waiting on phone.
Crypto in the morning. Crypto in the morning.
We're gonna take notes.
Crypto in the morning.
Crypto in the morning.
Crypto in the morning.
Waiting on phone.
Crypto in the morning. Crypto in the morning.
We're gonna take notes.
Smoking a blunt on my way to the gym. 11 a.m. and I'm already tuned in. Got me some Hex and I'm making a stake. Got me some heads on, I'm making it rain. Pay me some Maxi and that's just in case. Gymratcrypto sent me to show you the way.